So today we're just going to be doing a basic video on how to use the tone curve in Lightroom. Really the only adjustments that we're going to do today is just in the tone curve so I can show you guys how it works. The tone curve is a good way to add some contrast to your photos. So the contrast slider up here, you can't really get customized with it. Really all it does is it pushes those darker points darker and brings these lighter points up. So you're not really getting a customized contrast. It's just kind of pushing those blacks darker and those lights lighter. So in the tone curve, you can get really specific with what you want. The bottom left corner of this is going to be your blackest point in your photo, and then opposite of that corner is going to be your whitest points in the photo. So you can see right here we can place some points on this graph, and then this is just in the light section. You can use the color sections to kind of do some split toning, but that's a little more advanced, and today we're just going to be focusing on adding some light contrast. So down here, this bottom point is only going to affect those darker points. So right here you can see these are going to be like our shadows. All of this right here is kind of going to be the mid-tones, like right around where it's like the middle of the lightness, and then this point's going to be where the sun's coming through, right there in that bottom right corner. So these are going to mainly be these points like on his jersey, and then kind of like where it's medium brightness right here in the middle. So you can get really custom with how you want to do this. If you don't want like pure black in your photo, you can kind of raise that black point a little just so you don't have straight black in the photo. You can move this around to your liking. So like this is going to darken all those shadows, kind of get us that contrast on the lower end. And then we can kind of brighten those highlights right there. And then with our midtones, you can kind of play with those how you want. So like we can do something like this to where we get that. And then this is what we've got so far. Just from using the tone curve, we get a nice contrasted look. If we want to get a little more specific, we can kind of raise these. If we don't want as much contrast over here in the midtones, we can kind of raise those and play with those a little, kind of even these out. This gives us a less contrasted look. We can raise these here. So now our midtones are a bit brighter. We don't have as much dark in the photo. We can even bring this up to where now we've got really no contrast over here, kind of just lighten the photo a little. We can bring these down. Let's reset all of these. We can even just do kind of like right here, and we can get this, and we can get a nice S curve going through the photo. That's usually a way to get some decent contrast. You get something like that, so that's just tone curve off and on. Right there you get good contrast, and you can get more specific with it than just the contrast slider. So that's just a quick look into this. If you guys have any questions, just post them down in the comments. I'll always answer them. Thank you for watching.